Hello everyone, my name is CantDoGames and welcome back to the Weird News. Today's Weird News, we've got a lover of roundabouts. President of the UK Roundabout Appreciation Society explains why he loves roundabouts so much. I wonder if he does anything more than just touch it. Sorry. Yeah. What? One went through my head was, you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a roundabout, baby. And also, on today's bit of weird news, people have spotted serious questionable art in popular children's books. We take the utmost care to ensure that our content is age appropriate and would not cause harm or offence to any children who read our books. Then you just got this. Yeah. I'm not saying where that's going. Basically, when you're a kid, you don't really understand the image, you don't really care because you think it's just funny, like the word cats with the word pussy and all that, like puss puss. You know, as an adult, we're like, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. But remember, it's for a kid. So I don't know why some adults are looking at these children books. Hey, mighty question, whatever. But yeah, that's all to come on today's Weird News. I hope you stick around, I hope you enjoy, and let's do this. People have spotted serious questionable artwork in popular children's book. So some adults have been looking at the kids' books and have realised some artwork doesn't look quite right. That's normal, isn't it, really? Because when you get older, your mind becomes more mature, or, I say, more horny, and you start to see things that you wouldn't have seen when you were younger because your body hasn't gone through the change or hormones. So you start to question everything everything you saw as a child. It's very understandable. People are flocking to social media in a shock after realising that the dubious image within some of the favourite childhood book reading time was my favourite part of school. Gone were the maths equations which never made any sense, replaced instead with a reading corner where all sat in a circle on chairs, or bean bags if you got super lucky, to go around reading a classic Biff, Chip and Kipper book, line by line. I never did this back when I was in like primary school and that, because I was dyslexic. Dyslexic. So I couldn't read that well at all. I'll just look at the pictures. Most of the time I just sat there and pretend I read and just made up my own stories. And I got in trouble because the stories were a bit, well, let's say a bit on the dark side for a little kid. There was something wrong with me back then, I swear. Still is now. However, similar to when you re-watch Disney films like The Little Mermaid as an adult and realise, much to your amusement but also partly horror, a sexual innuendo, and adult humour which lies embedded within. Age 6, I didn't quite clock the more X-rated scene which may have occurring while Biff, Chip and Kipper were teaching me how to read. The kid ain't gonna notice it, so don't mention it really. That's all you do, because if you're gonna mention it in front of your kid, the kid's gonna sit and go, Mum, what does that mean? And then you're fucked, aren't you? Because you've got to explain to the kid why you thought he was wrong. Subtlety. It's a good thing to have as an adult, I believe. Prepare to even look at Biff, Chip and Kipper's books, written by Roderick Hunt. Not the same again, because lurking in the background are some images within the Oxford Reading Tree series are somewhat dubious scenes. A Twitter user named Ed Brody shared two images found in the background of a friend's 4-year-old schoolbook on the platform. In the first image, 3 men can be seen in the background, almost concealed by a bush. On the next page, they are no longer there, but in their place is an older woman, her glasses and a hat having flown off her face in shock as she stares open-mouthed at something going on behind the bushes. Let your imagination run wild and do the information what you will. So, oh, I know what they're doing. Oh, definitely 3 men behind a bush. They're having a poo. No? What are you thinking? Dirty bastards. There's nothing bad. I'm more confused about why is she using a fucking stick and not the net to catch stuff. Just saying. Could have been easy to use that. Other Twitter users have flocked to the post, later reshared by No Context Brits, to share their own findings. One shared an image where building blocks spells out hepatitis. What? Another posted an image from the Biff, Chip and Kipper series of the bloke with the tatch in the woods. A third shared an image of some clowns from a book they used when they were kids were learning to read. A final shared an image of Floppy from Biff, Chip and Kippers, with the man standing in the background in a green jacket with a side sweep of dark hair and dark moustache, looking ominously like Hitler. Okay. Responding to claims, Oxford University Press told the Independent's interestingly spot, but some of the pages are missing from this title. Oh. We can ensure you're nothing untoward is going on behind the bushes. Are you sure about that? We take the utmost care to ensure that our content is age appropriate and would not cause harm or offence to any children who read our books. Then you just got this. Yeah. I'm not saying where that's going. They're doing some stretching techniques. Oh, fucking hell. This is my bed, said the yellow clown. Okay. Dominant much. To give Biff, Chip and Kipper's books their dues, sometimes reading a bedtime story to your children every night or rereading the same book 10 times over so a kid can finally learn that one word they've been struggling with properly can all get a bit tiresome. So if you need to insulate a bit of hanky-panky in a bush, then what's the real harm, even if it's down to a missing page blunder? Well, no, you don't really want to say that 3 old men will get him frisky in the bush to your kid before they go to sleep, do you? What are they doing behind the bush? Oh, they're having a gangbang. You spell that G-A-N-G. It is sort of something you just don't question. It's like a random bit of humour or something, image put into the background. That's meant to not be anything harmful or anything sinister. It's just meant to be a little bit of child comedy. That a lot of adults now, you can tell, we can't stand childhood comedy because we sit there and we're like, really? That's not supposed to be, that's not funny. But the kid loves it. Small minds, ain't it? Chill out, and I'm just more confused about, do you have a kid? The guy who actually first posted, does he have a kid? Or did he just sit there and read some childhood books in the library and notice what the fuck is happening in that bush? Damn, them clowns are banging. Let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments below, and if you've had any situations or scenarios that's happened with you, with your kid, or when you've noticed a child book and you've noticed something new as a being adult and you've gone, whoa, whoa, whoa. I've done it loads of times, of course, with Disney. So I think I started realising Disney had some innuendos around about when I was 10, actually, yeah. And that's how I got in trouble with school, because I'd tell people what I thought about Lion King, and then they would be like, ah! Because childhood. Anyways, on with the next bit of news for today, shall we? President of the UK Roundabout Appreciation Society explains why he loves roundabouts so much. I don't think this is like how it is with like people like loving like a car or like the Eiffel Tower or a train station. I don't think it's anything like that. I could be wrong, but you never know. I'm trying to like keep like a good sane bit of sanity here in this story, because I really hope it isn't anything else, but he just likes a roundabout, but not in a sexual way. Yes, you read that right. There is indeed a UK Roundabout Appreciation Society. Buckle up and prepare to loop at the loop into a whole new way of looking at the world.
I've seen statues, fountains, trains, boats, planes, even a working windmill in Aldgate in Yorkshire, producing flour, which just proves my point. Anything can go on a roundabout.
What? It's not a roundabout. A roundabout is something that you have on a road. It's not something that you put in like a windmill. A windmill is because it rotates. You basically like things that rotate round and spin like Ferris wheels. That's what it is. But you called it a round. Okay. Wow, the UK's first
Kevin
roundabout.
Beresford. I'm the president of the UK Roundabout Appreciation Society.
How many are there of you? I'm doubting there's more than like 2.
My whole passion for roundabouts goes back to 2003.
Okay.
I ran a small printers in Redditch Newtown. We wanted to come up with a calendar that was totally unique. So we thought we'd do a calendar for roundabouts. It just went ballistic and sold worldwide. And so I started taking an interest in roundabouts, a genuine interest. The interest grew into, I'm not going to say obsession, a passion.
Obsession.
Artists have always focused on the mundane. You have Tracy Emin's Unmade Bed, you have the pile of bricks in the Tate Gallery. Even Van Gogh would just paint his pipe on a chair. People may see a roundabout as mundane, but they are blank canvases. I think a lot of pedestrians and motorists, they drive past these wonderful works of round architecture, and I don't think they fully appreciate what's in front of their eyes.
I have a quick thing, a quick little rant. We have, where I live, we've had this roadworks going on this main bit of road that had it took them more than 2 years or just to fix. 2 years, then they had to stop because they messed it up. So they would redo it, but then COVID happened, so they had to stop. They had to. So it took them about 4 years, I think it was, actually to finish this off. And it's basically a triple, I think it was a dual or a triple roundabout section. And my God, it took them so long to build, but it's horrible. I don't know. He's looking at it through an art perspective, so I can kind of understand what he means. With someone rotating around, effects can happen with your sight and images you can see. Yeah, all right, cool. But it's just going round and round. That's all you're doing. You're just doing loops.
You should all be drawn to these wonderful creations, if you like, of art.
Not art. It's just construction, roadworks. So you call the people you call in the ones who do the roadworks, the builders and that, artists. I wonder if he does anything more than just touch it. Sorry.
Roundabouts here in Letchworth Garden City, it's the mecca for roundabout spotters.
The mecca roundabout, oh my God.
People in America would go to Elvis Presley's birthplace in Nashville because they want to see the birthplace of a famous star, perhaps John Lennon in Liverpool. Well, roundabout spotters like to come to the birthplace of the roundabout. When you approach a roundabout that looks pretty exciting, yeah, it's always best to pull over and park up.
How do you know if it's exciting? The roundabouts around my area, we might get a homeless man sitting in the middle of it drinking fucking beers or shotting himself up. That's what we get. We don't get anything else. We just get a druggie or a homeless man sitting there getting wrecked in the middle of a roundabout watching all the cars go round. But fair to him, it's RB, it's like stamp collecting or sticker, it's like that. So, but I never thought of looking at a roundabout in the way of art. I don't know. I don't understand this. Although, considering we have days such as Polar Bear Plunge Day, which occurs on the 1st of January every year if you really wanted to know, and Spicy Gooshigamole Day, 14th of November, are you really surprised? True, there are some really weird days and things. There are. It may have started off as a bit of a joke, but the UK's Roundabout Appreciation Society, I bet you that's called the UK RAS, or RAS, has taken off from a roundabout of Redditch calendar in 2003 to a worldwide appreciation and national collective to traffic circles fanatics. Without going around in circles, President of the UK Roundabout Society, Kevin Beresford, whose nickname is Lord of the Rings, fuck's sake, has since opened up about what it is about roundabouts which really gets him ticking, or turning, as it were. Wait, roundabouts turn him on? Having since developed his original Roundabouts of Redditch calendar to the best in Britain, and later to include the best in the world, Kevin reveals to Confused.com how his passion began. He explains, I ran a small printing in Redditch, Newtown. We wanted to come up with a calendar which has totally unique. It just went ballistic and sold worldwide. So I started taking interest and genuine interest. The interest grew into, I'm not going to say obsession, a passion. Artist has always focused on the mundane. People might see a roundabout as mundane, but they are blank canvases. Essentially, Kevin doesn't think motorists fully appreciate roundabouts as they drive past them and often fail to notice details such as the roundabout's unique architecture. It's a roundabout. It's a circle. That's all it is. It's just with a little bit of a hill mound. The Lord of the Rings, oh god, explains we should all be drawn to these wonderful creations of art. Fuck's sake. There is even a mecca of a roundabout world, a 1990 built in the UK's first ever roundabout located in Letchworth Garden City. As well as seeing roundabouts as works of art, Kevin tells the Financial Times there is also a serious side to his fangirling too. He said research in Pennsylvania provided roundabouts flow more freely than traffic lights and save up to 40% of fuel costs. They reduce accidents by 35% and road fatalities by 90% when compared with traffic lights. Really? I have proof that that's wrong. Watch this. Here's a quick video of a roundabout with a bad driver. Watch his silver car. And he's gone. There we go. Proof. They're not that safe. They're basically a mini ramp. And I've seen cars fly up into roundabouts all the time. Because people don't know how to drive. It's not the traffic light's fault or the roundabout. It's the driver for the accidents. Oh, and proving Kevin's hobby is genuine. He has also come at a price to his personal life and relationship as he ended up getting divorced from his wife after she got fed up with his passion. Oh yeah, oh my god, like date night, he's gone, sorry love, I gotta go look at some roundabouts. They got some really cool curves. What about your wife's curves? Kevin's personal favourite roundabouts, one featuring a grandfather clock and wheel of cheese in Morbihan, France. The next to tick off the list, Columbia Circle in New York, believed to be the oldest roundabout in the world, which opened in 1905. So scrap the school trip to historical visits to Stonehenge because it's time to start appreciating the everyday roundabout a bit more. Oh, and if you fancy joining the UK's Roundabout Appreciation Society, particularly women, as Kevin noted, the group could do with some bit more of diversity, then there's no point of running around in circles. Just go ahead and sign yourself up. I'm okay, thank you very much. I'd rather not be associated with a roundabout society, or as I call it, the UK RUS, or RAS. Alright, well, there you go guys, that was today's weird news. Let me know if you understand what's going through his head and why he thinks roundabouts are art. I just never thought of it that way. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.